What were the turning points? I mean, as the process was coming to conclusion.
Well, the tapes were part of the turning point. The overwhelming weight of the evidence, as I said before, you just felt like you were falling into quicksand. I mean, everywhere you turned there was misconduct. The cover-up was just enormous and never-ending and so broad in its scope, and that wasn't the only thing. Then you had the Kleindienst matter, and then you had the enemies list, and you had the misuse of the IRS, and then you had the illegal wiretapping, and then you had the Ellsberg break-in. I mean, where did it end? Where did it end? And you felt there was nothing. So I can't really speak for what was happening in other people's minds, but I think you sort of felt that there was kind of, from the questions that people were asking during when witnesses testified or during the time that the statements of evidence were read to us, you could get a pretty good sense of where people were coming from. Sure, there were defenders of the president until virtually the last moment on the committee. But Rodino understood he couldn't get every Republican. What he needed was a broad group of Republicans and the Southern Democrats, and so they shaped the articles of impeachment. They shaped two articles of impeachment. One was narrowly based, kind of focused on what would be almost an indictment, the obstruction of justice. Didn't include the wiretapping, the illegal wiretapping, didn't include the break into the psychiatrist's office, didn't include the enemies list. So that was a separate article of impeachment, which actually got more Republican votes than the first article, which was based on the criminal code. Didn't actually refer to the criminal code, but it was sounded in obstruction of justice, perjury, suborning perjury, and so forth. The second article of impeachment was about the rule of law, really, and the abuse of power. And that included the wiretapping. It also included the misuse of government agencies, and which of course was very serious, and wiretapping, the enemies list, Kleindienst, Fielding break-in, at least those. I haven't reread those articles recently, so I can't tell you all the nuances of them.